Chiefs and the Mexico City Diablos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
To try again after the sack. Mahomes, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
He's coming, double up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Looking to throw. Love sets up the screen to Gordon. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Yellow, underline. You ain't going nowhere. Slam, dribble. Check, crunch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
All day, every day, any day.
On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes flush to his right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And the kick by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Off the play fake. Love. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. On first down, it's Lindsey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played.
Yellow.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right, and this is going to be incomplete. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Now a handoff looking right.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of 1 yard. And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
56 is the mark.
They'll take over first and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
From the gun, Love. And he will find his man on the outside. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
They're running it. Watch the shredder.
Second down and inches. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 32 on the play.
56. I'm going back to you.
Throwing on first down. Love. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Melvin Gordon. Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Love. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set,
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On third down, Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the counter, Lindsey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Off-play action. Love. This is the tight end Fant. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Get ready, get ready.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw. Love. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
25, check 25, check 25. Off.
2nd and 6. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
He's crashing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Here we go.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Mike, here we go, G. Bang, 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 bang. Shoot. Watch the shit. Yellow. Shoot.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field. So you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Here we go. Saturday ending. 56. Here we go. What?
Another run by Lindsey. And an alley to run. And touchdown. Philip Lindsey, 79 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. 53. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Yellow.
Again, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
The stop made by Jarrell Casey. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. 12 yards there and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Gordon on first down. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now a dump off here complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Check 3, check 3. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Go. Motion.
Looking to throw. Love. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Keep working.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Love. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He finds an opening past the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Following the fumble recovery, Love. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The stop made by Jarrell Casey. It's 2nd down.
Yellow. Argo on, 80. Hey, 43.
Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Chiefs, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the